What's going on, guys? So I just want to say a huge Merry Christmas to you guys and all your families. I'm just so happy to be alive, so happy to be making videos. And if this video, just because it's the time, forgive me, if this video gets 1,000 likes in the first hour, which is really rare, oh my gosh, rare. In case you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. Hit subscribe, turn that little bell on the side, that'll make sure you're notified of all of my new videos. And I'm going to be shouting out and showing on the screen 3 new subscribers every single video. But I know you guys can do it. I'll give away a code of NBA 2K18 in the comment section below. But yeah, Christmas time, it's such an amazing time. You get to like celebrate family, everything, get to celebrate Jesus. It's just an amazing time of year. Cherish it, everybody. This is the coolest draft. Like, this is the coolest thing ever. I don't know why I said draft, that was on the mind, but it's the coolest simulation you may ever see. What this guy has done is amazing. On the Sixers, he has every single year as a draft class. So on the 76ers, he has that as the 2017 draft, then the 2016, then the 2015, and so on and so forth all the way through. So as I go through these slowly, I want you guys to start thinking in your head who you think is going to win the championship. We're going to do 3 simulations like we normally do. So I'm going to go slowly. Obviously, these guys are going to struggle a lot. But as we go, just look and see who you guys think has the best chance. There's a few that really stand out to me. This one looks really good. The Miami Heat one with like James Harden, Curry, DeRozan. That one looks really awesome. Then you have Westbrook, D Rose, all these guys, Kevin Durant. As we get to like the more legend teams, there is some mess ups in a few of the legend teams that I will kind of explain and show you guys once we get there what the kind of mess ups are. They're not on purpose and they're nothing he could have done. This one looks really solid. The Denver Nuggets look really good. I think the Nuggets are definitely gonna be one of my picks. And then the San Antonio Spurs, they obviously have Michael Jordan. I don't want to be basic though. I want to take like the really tough ones. But as we get back here to like the end, you'll see that it's like 1956, 1954. It was so like crazy that like it's kind of spread out when you get to like the 50s because there just wasn't the players, there wasn't the guys in the game to actually do it. So look at all the teams right now. You guys need to select 3 teams to do. And leave a comment down below. I'm going to try and heart all the comments. I try and do that as much as I can anyways. My 3 predictions for the simulation are going to be this draft, the 1984 draft, the San Antonio. And then my second one is going to be the Kevin Garnett. Oh, no. I can't do it. So it's the Spurs, and then my next one was going to be, I'm going to go for the Miami Heat. This is going to be my long shot. So the Heat, the Spurs, and the last one is going to be I'm going to go with this is tough. I don't want to select too many of those guys. I'm going to go with the Pacers. So the Pacers, the Spurs, and I got to look at it one more time. Sorry, guys. I believe it was the Miami Heat. If it's not the Miami Heat, I'm going to be super confused. But I'm like 98% sure it was the Miami Heat. Let's go ahead and begin the simulation. Okay, so whenever I do these simulations, I always like to just sit down and talk. And just like discuss certain things with you in my life. And today I want to talk about just the subtle encounters. And you guys are going to be confused. Like, what do you mean by subtle encounters? And let me tell you guys a story. So I was in a cab the other day. And as you can see, I have the Sixers as my team. They're going to lose every single time. This is just like a chance for me to talk. Maybe I'll put up the standings on the sideline just so you guys can see at least something. So it's not just me talking. But I was in a cab ride. And the guy, it was early in the morning. It was like 5:30 in the morning. I was going to the airport to go home. And I met the guy. And right off the bat, he was a little bit rude. Like, he wasn't super nice. He said, "Oh, get in." Like, yeah, you can sit in the front. Like, he was very short with me. And I was in like a great mood because I was going home. I was going to see my family. So I just kind of started like probing, asking him questions. Initially, it was really hard for me to get him to talk. He was from, I believe, Ethiopia was the country he was from. So it was a little bit tough for me to get him to kind of talk to me. But eventually we got into a conversation. I started learning about him, learning things. I started telling him about me. I found out that he has 6 kids, drives a cab for 13 hours a day just to support his whole family. And that's part of the reason I think he was grumpy. He was starting his shift because he was going to work from 5 a.m. all the way till 8. I believe it came to like 13 or 14 hours in the day. And I just, at that point, as soon as he said that, I just thought of how grateful I was to have YouTube as an opportunity. And I gave him like a big tip. He was so grateful. It was an amazing encounter. We both said Merry Christmas. He actually gave me a hug. He was so happy because I wanted to give him a tip big enough where he didn't have to work for the rest of the day was my goal. But it got me thinking about the subtle encounters of life. So in every single day, you're going to meet different people and you might never see them again, because when I got out of that cab, I saw, I'm never going to see that guy again. Like, really cool dude. I don't know about his life. I'm not going to know what happens in the future for him. All I had was that 20-minute cab ride and that's it. So then I was like, life, that's what life's about. Life is about those little interactions with people where you meet them and you may never see them again, but leaving a positive impression on people is so important. Like at a grocery store, you talk to somebody and it might be in a negative situation. Always be the bigger person and always try and have a conversation with those people, because you never know who might need a conversation. And it just, I don't know, man. It just really got me thinking about life. I sat in the line waiting at security, and all I could think about was the fact, and all I kept saying in my head was, life is about those little encounters. It's about seeing people who you don't know, you're never gonna see again, and leaving a positive impression on them. Because sometimes, like, you might not know it, a lot of things that we do in our life are with people that we don't know. Going to the store, when you check out, certain things, those are all people that you don't know. You're never gonna see them again. But how they act towards you and how you act towards them is going to drastically affect both of your guys' lives and both your guys' days. So that's kind of my little spiel that I want to talk about as I do this boring simulation. So just next time you're in a situation where you're going to meet someone and you're never going to see them again, and you might just shrug them off and just say, oh, who are you? I'm never going to see you again. Just be like, yo, how can I, in this short amount of time, make a good positive impression on this person? How can I make this person happy? How can I just do something? You don't have to leave a big tip. It's not all about that. I just did that because I didn't want him to have to work 13 hours, and I'm grateful enough where I get to work from home, do my dream job, and I'm aware that not everyone has that same thing. You can't be like, part of like life is that I hate when people say, oh, X person didn't have, I'm going to talk about that in the next part of the simulation. We're almost in the playoffs. I'll see you guys in the playoffs. That'll be like my next kind of segment of the video. At the end of the season, Oscar Robertson wins the MVP for the Golden State Warriors. Lonzo Ball wins Rookie of the Year. Why does he have that? That's a nice little buzz cut he's got there. That's a cool little buzz cut. They must have changed his hair. Carmelo Anthony is the 6th man of the year. Dikembe Mutombo is defensive MIP. Is Al Jefferson, and coach of the year is Steve Kerr. We're gonna have to go look and see what year that was. Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Giannis Antetokounmpo is second team All NBA all time. That's crazy. So they're saying Westbrook and LeBron are all time type talents. You can go third team, James Harden, all these guys. Okay, let's go look at, first of all, who the top in the power rankings are. So it's Golden State, Portland, San Antonio. I picked San Antonio. My predictions were San Antonio, the Heat, and the Pacers, I believe. Heat did not do too well, but the Pacers did decent. They're 10th. They didn't have a bad year. But Golden State, Portland, Brooklyn. Those are the teams we want to look at right now and kind of just see which draft class they were. So Brooklyn was, let's go to the Brooklyn Nets. That was the AI draft. So that was 1996. Actually, the year that I was born. Why is Jamel watch? Oh, I just switched back. Sorry about that. Go to the Brooklyn Nets once again. Am I lost here? Brooklyn Nets. This was the 90s. Okay, so it appears it was the Brooklyn Nets, which is like the 97, 98 kind of draft that they had. Like I said, it's a little bit messed up. That is the team that did really, really well. Also, the Golden State Warriors. That draft was like Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson. That one was just absolutely beastly. I'm going to get rid of those teams in the next draft. I'm going to cut quite a few of, like, probably Golden State, Washington, all these really old ones. I'm going to get rid of, like, quite a few of them. Let's go look at the statistics just to see, and then we'll see who ended up getting the championship. LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Actually, I can't get rid of anybody. You guys paid admission for those guys. You guys already made your predictions, AI. So the top scorer was LeBron. Top assist was Oscar Robertson. That's part of the reason why he won. Dikembe had the top rebounds. Now let's go see if my team, who I selected, can go and win a championship. Okay, so the OKC Thunder are gone. This I have every single team, like, so the Nuggets are gone, Magic, Spurs, and Hawks are gone. So the Spurs, I had the Brooklyn Nets, Timberwolves. It looks like it's going to be Golden State, Pacers, Brooklyn, Toronto Raptors, Pacers, and the Golden State Warriors. How sickening is that? That even when we do like a weird type draft, Golden State still finds a way to win. Like, how? That just leaves a pit in my stomach. Was the Pacers the team that I picked? Believe it was. No, I didn't pick the Pacers. Never mind. Who was my other pick? So whoever, I'm so incredibly confused. It was the Spurs. Yeah, it was Spurs, Heat, and the Pacers maybe? I don't remember. You guys probably remember. Okay, so here we go in Season 2. Season 1 was a bit greasy. Like, the roster, I got rid of the Warriors and exchanged it with the all-time Raptors. But if you guys said Warriors, which probably a lot of you guys did, congratulations. Now, what I want to talk about here is what I kind of ended the first one on, and this is another like total topic. I won't do any talking for the like simulation of the third season. This is about understanding people's situations. Now, we always like the cliche when someone like who was born into like I was born into like a pretty like, now I want to say like wealthy like ish family. It's tough to kind of understand other people's sides and the way that other people act, and if people don't end up successful, it's so easy for us to say they don't deserve it. They didn't work hard enough. They didn't deserve it. They didn't go to college. They don't deserve it. They didn't work hard to get a good job. And so many people have that kind of opinion, but it really, really bugs me because you don't understand their situation. You don't know how people, you may have been like brought up in a way where you were treated great and like everyone has like cared for your whole life, which is a great thing obviously, and you got sent to school and people made sure you went to school, but a lot of people didn't have that same luxury. A lot of people come from families where maybe their parents don't care if they get an education. Maybe their parents have never had a good job in their life and they didn't have the way. So when you meet someone and you see people who maybe have taken wrong turns in life, it's not, I really dislike when people see the need to make fun of them or like to talk badly about them. Like, those are the people you need to care about. Those are the most broken people. Like, I remember one day, like I did a video a long time ago about taking the bus, because where I'm from, I always take the bus everywhere. Partly because I love talking to people on the bus. Another reason is because there's no point really to have a car where I'm from. But when you get into conversations with people on the bus and you really just start talking to them, it's so obvious. Some people just get creeped out, and some people are really creepy. Don't get me wrong, there's some people are really creepy. But like, when you just talk to people, these people just need someone to talk to. And I remember one guy, he said to me, "Oh, are you looking forward to Christmas?" I said, yeah, really, really looking forward, getting to go home. And I said, he's like, "How are you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, looking forward to it." And then we slowly got talking, it got a little bit, and he told me, he's like, the last 3 Christmases, he's just sat alone and just sat alone on a street corner. He has no family, no nothing. And it's so sad. And it's tough to like completely, if you're not in that situation, if you've never been in a situation where things were kind of going against you, it's really tough to understand. But I would suggest, especially around the holidays, just try and have sympathy for those people. There's so many of those people in our world who, there's probably more people like that. Actually, I don't know if there would be. There's a lot of people who don't have a lot of money, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's all I really want to say here. Don't judge people, and don't just be like, oh, they made terrible decisions in life. Maybe it wasn't their choice. Maybe like it's true, everyone has a choice, but there comes a time when people, like, if every single person that they know and they love and they trust are telling them to do something, it's really kind of tough to break that mold. I'll see you guys in the playoffs in the next season. That's just what I want to talk about here in the end of season. At the end, oh my gosh, the simulation of season number 2. Okay, end of season 2. LeBron is our MVP. Lonzo Ball is Rookie of the Year. And Clyde, the Glide direction. The players both years are, wow, my words suck tonight. Both years are going to be really difficult. Tony Parker and Tim Duncan both taking home awards on different teams, because though they played in the same teams pretty much their whole lives, they're on different teams here. Chris Paul is on the New York Knicks. He's all NBA first team. This is weird. Everything just looks different here. Zach Collins is all rookie second team. Chris Paul, Tim Hardaway. Okay, I just want to go low. I did not mean to simulate like that. Did not mean to the standings. I just want to look at the power rankings quick. Portland, Indiana, Brooklyn, Toronto, Raptors. My guys, where are the Spurs? Spurs are third. Okay, Spurs. I need the Spurs to win for me, because that's the only team that I remember that I picked. You guys will remember who I picked. He did really, really terrible. Sixers are consistently the worst. Like, this year's draft class makes sense. Of the new draft classes, you can kind of tell by just looking at the names. It's mostly older teams that are doing really, really well. The new guys are not really doing too hot. The Celtics did decent, and that would be like a fairly new draft. Let's just go ahead and see who wins this one. And watch the San Antonio Spurs. Watch them. Timberwolves, Spurs. Just win games, Spurs. I just need you to just make it through and be great. Be great. RBT quote. Boom. Spurs are going on. Spurs once again, and yes, they're in the finals. San Antonio Spurs. The Indiana. Oh my gosh. If I picked the Pacers and the Spurs, I'm gonna be so mad. But I'm so sure that I picked just the Spurs. Dang it. Okay, if you guys have selected Golden State and the Pacers, you guys are sitting good right now. One more season, I'll see you guys just in like the playoffs. I'm not gonna do a whole talking thing for the 3rd season, but yeah, I'll see you guys there. Season 3, I'm putting the hood up. I actually look ridiculous with my hood up. I don't really, no, I can't do it. Can't do it. Larry Bird is our MVP. Lonzo Ball, little bit disappointed in this challenge. Not because of the fact that I didn't like talking to you guys, just because of the fact that it was so like top heavy. I didn't really know a way to like all I'm hoping is that every single year is different. That's really all I care about. Let's go look at the power rankings real quick once again. I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Portland, Golden State, San Antonio, Washington, Indiana, Brooklyn, Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, maybe Portland was the team that I picked. If I saw the team that I picked, I would know. It was the team with Michael Jordan. I don't know. I'm done. I'm literally, I cannot remember for my life who the 3rd team that I picked. You guys all know, and you guys are all frantically commenting right now, and that's okay. It's okay that you're commenting like that. Completely fine. Statistic league leaders. LeBron James led the league. Defensive assists per game. Chris Paul. Let's look at the individual team stats. just to kind of see too what each team was kind of doing. As we kind of go down, you see the first one would be the Sixers. It gets slightly better as you go. The Big Cat, the Cavs, you can look at their if we were to go to, actually there's no way to see their record through there. Boom, we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna see who's gonna win season 3. That's what it's all about anyways. You guys don't care. You just want to see who's gonna win the championship. Pacers move on. They're moving on. It looks like all of my teams are out. Yep, all my teams are completely out right off the bat. It is what it is. And the third season goes to the OKC Thunder, and Larry Bird is going to be the champion in that video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like if you guys are new to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.